Unless we sound like old dirty ass motherfucker.
I know they mad. They can't stop. Number one soundtrack in the earth. Black on. Living the number one movie. Making records. Making the whole wild VHS soundtrack. I told y'all to in the movie. I told y'all I'm gonna show y'all how to clean your dirty money up with good money. Invest into yourself. You heard? My partner gave me $50.
This is the I'm Kinda Famous podcast. I'm your host, Lester Rowe. New week, new episode. What is this? Episode 67. 67 of the I'm Kinda Famous podcast. KINDA Famous Pod, POD.com. That's the official website. You can go to Facebook.com/Kinda Famous Pod. Same way. That's the official fucking Facebook, man. Get over there. Man, while you at it, pause, stop. Whatever you need to do, hit the like button, subscribe, do all that shit that everybody else tell you to do. Apparently, I need to be saying that more often, so I'm gonna start probably saying it more often. Arrowfilms.com, the official website. Go over there. Also, make sure you go over, check out the Redbubble, and get those clean ass people collectors. It's up. The new designs are up. And I'm working on getting these motherfucking other tees done. So you can get it from me personally. Or not personally. But you'll have to order it to me. Right? So, what do we do? What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing just yet. Still trying to, fucking mic is acting up. Well, it's not staying where I need to stay. Man, a lot of shit done happened. Oh, first off, From the Ground Up. Carla was on last week. From the Ground Up. Website is technically the website is up, but it's not up. So groundupict.com. That's a place you can go to kind of start to see what's going on with the show. And I started to get on here and kind of rant about the fucking show because I got frustrated about some shit. But right now I'm on break, so I ain't gonna talk about the show really, other than what I just said. Arrowfilms.com. I guess I'm gonna talk about it because I'm gonna blog about it on the arrowfilms.com. But other than that, man, I ain't posting shit. I ain't doing shit with the show because I'm kind of exhausted. Working on it, filming, shooting. Been a one-man goddamn agency, pulling a lot of fucking shit together to make this happen, and then getting frustrated by all kind of other dumb shit that come with producing. It ain't even coming with producing. It's just come with fucking with people that don't know shit. And you got to kind of coalesce to them just to make some shit happen. So, doing that. But we're looking for sponsors, looking for funding, looking for people who want ad positions and advertising spots on the show. It's real dope. I'm pretty much open to anybody. I'm honestly local first. But, hey, if you're trying to put something in on it, get your brand seen on it, hit us up. groundupict@gmail.com. All right, so let's jump into the fucking show, man. I got a list because it's a bunch of shit, and I knew if I don't do a list, I'm gonna forget. I always do a list, honestly, but like you try to do that natural fucking producing and fucking presentation shit where you want everything to kind of seem like you didn't put a list together. You just, I thought of this. So I'm straight up. It's so much shit. I got a fucking list. So let's start with and we'll see. I'm gonna start with the shit I ain't gonna go deep on. So let's start with Colin Kaepernick and Nike. It's the 20-year anniversary of the Just Do It campaign, and Nike did a slick little move on everybody. And fucking with Colin Kaepernick, they kept him on the team this whole time. They been paying him. They just kept the shit on the low, and then decided to come out with the new ad for Colin Kaepernick. First it was a little visual piece where I don't even know how you describe this shit, but it's just like a little statement with the picture graphic basically, and on that on the graphic was pretty dope, honestly. And if you've been listening to the show, you know I personally have not exactly been riding with the Colin Kaepernick movement. I don't disagree. I think there's a freedom to be able to kneel and all that kind of shit, but I think there's also some other circumstances that come with it that I'm kind of like weird about, that I don't really support. And then the whole like, well, he needs to get a job, and like the whole shit of like, let's go have him be our spokesperson and our leader in the face of the movement of racial injustices, and then let's go tell him, hey, we need one of you fucking slave owners to own him again. Like, it makes sense to me. I'd rather him not do any of that shit, and just kind of stay with his little walk and all that. I don't think it's collusion and all this shit to not get him hired. I just think he's leveraging something, and it worked out. I don't know how much of a social justice warrior he is, but fuck it. It's a movement. People are coming together. I just wish they'd tighten up the way that they looked at it a little differently. But on this ad, it said it's a close-up shot of Colin Kaepernick, and it has white text over. It's a black and white photo, white text over that says, "Believe in something, even if it means sacrificing everything." At the bottom, it says, "Just do it," with the Nike check on it. And I agree. I agree with the statement. I agree with everything that he did, because this is an accurate statement. There shouldn't be an issue with it. It's an advertisement. But people who seem to fucking align protesting with military service, protesting with patriotism, protest with I don't know what the fuck all else, they have a problem with it. So they don't support Nike. They decide they're gonna burn up all their Nike shit, which is, to me, also dumb. Cause look, here's the thing. Unlike most things, shoes are very fucking important. You buy some shoes, when you make that buy, you said, I want these shoes because they sharp, they comfortable, they fit these needs. There's plenty of fucking options of sneakers you can get. And these people are gonna burn their shoes? That's a way more intimate situation than saying I ain't gonna fuck with Nestle or Nabisco anymore. Like, these are shoes. You know how hard it is to say I ain't fucking with some shoes? A brand that you go, man, you know what? The best pair of shoes I got, some goddamn Nike Cortez. You goddamn better believe it, man. My fucking hits the arch just right. Every time I take a step, it's like walking on a fucking cloud. And you gonna give it up because you don't agree with an ad? Well, look, if you don't agree with an ad, real simple situation. Don't fucking look at it. It's a choice. If you can look at this Colin Kaepernick ad and say, I don't fuck with Nike anymore because of this, then you might as well just start bringing up every little company who has an ad that you don't agree with and start fucking with them. Or is it even about the ad? Are you that committed? Honestly, you really have to say to yourself, what about this really bothers me? What about this situation really bothers me? Probably nothing. It's disrespect to the flag. It's a lot of shit that's disrespectful to the flag. I go to I drive past a lot of houses with old tattered up fucking American flags. Nobody runs over there and snatch it or leaves fucking notes on the door saying that's disrespectful. None of that shit. You really have to ask yourself, what about this is really bothering me? What about this is really affecting my day? And the thing about it is, like, the truth of the matter is, it's a lot of shit that people agree with that I don't agree with, and I just don't get. I don't understand. I say, I don't know. They fuck with it, so whatever. It ain't hurting me, it ain't hurting nobody. Fuck it. That's really all that they have to say is go, man, I don't get it. Apparently black people fuck with it. There's something about this. I don't get it. I'm just gonna let it be and let it go. That's all they gotta fucking do. And it's nothing at that point. But you turn into some fucking patriotism thing. It's silly. Like, you really have to ask yourself, why does this bother me? What about this is grinding my gears? I got to protest. Like, I mean, since the dude don't play, like, man, it's so many fucking stupid ass advertisements that could be offensive or bothersome or troublesome. But you ain't protesting the shit. You really gotta ask yourself, why does this shit bother me? I mean, I don't know. Nigga, he ain't gonna play no more football. Well, not for the NFL. I don't know what. Honestly, I don't even know what the fuck he want. I don't even know what people want for him. It's a fucking advertisement. It means something to somebody. Nike has been stood by. Look, here's this. You don't fuck with Nike? Tiger Woods, I don't know if he really fuck with Trump or not, but let's just say he do. Nike stood by him. No one. So what do you do now? I don't know, man. Just let it go. Just say it's something that black people or minorities are wrapped up around, and I guess it makes them feel good. So as long as they're not fucking with me, I'm gonna leave it alone. Stop inviting negativity for no fucking reason, man. Jesus. But anyway, 20-year anniversary of the fucking Just Do It campaign. They got a dope ass commercial as well that goes with it. And guess what? Because it's Nike and how big Nike is and how much fucking they can pay in advertisement, you're gonna see the ad a lot. You're gonna see the ad a lot. Because honestly, it's because it's the right fucking thing to do. It's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do. They not saying anything negative. They're being empowered or empowering the situation. And it's a really good ad. You know, it's better than fucking half of those Built Ford Tough ads, unless, you know, they want to sponsor the show. Then them Ford Tough ads are probably some of the best ads I've ever seen. So anyway, we'll move on. Look, I'll get this shit out the way. Football just started. Watched that shit last night. That garbage of a game between the Atlanta Falcons and the Philadelphia Eagles. But you know what? It's a Thursday night game. Thursday night games historically are just trash games. I don't know why it works out that way. It don't matter if you have two of the best fucking teams in football playing on Thursday night. It just works out to be a garbage game almost every time. It's like low points or no points in some cases. And then when there is some shit happening, it's right at the end. You get totally invested to this bullshit. And I'm playing the damn fantasy league, not a real fantasy, like the Pro Pick'em league. So I'm invested into the game that I don't care about because I got points at stake. First game of the season, you want to kind of make sure you get a good start. But that game was trash. The new rules suck. Well, these new rules gonna get these wide receivers killed, basically. And the Eagles don't look very. So it's hard for me to judge because the Thursday night games historically suck, and this was no different. So who knows if any of these teams are actually good or not. But so that was my segue from Colin Kaepernick to football. But football's back. I'm ready to see what my goddamn Cowboys gonna do. You know what I mean? Dez Bryant ain't playing for nobody. I don't understand that, since I would think that any of these teams would be willing to grab him up, but he's not playing on any team. I guess he's not taking no offers. I don't know what the fuck going on. You thought he wanted to play, but who knows? Let's jump into this. Let's jump into this Kanye West apology to Drake. Kanye West is a interesting person in general because look, so apparently, I mean, the whole Pusha T Drake thing, for all intents and purposes, Drake feels like Pusha had the battery in his back by Kanye. And that's why so many things that Pusha T was saying was so specific to Drake that no one had heard previously. And everyone's like, Drake need to respond to Push, Drake need to respond to Push. But Push being the soldier, Drake said, I'm going to the general. That's how I look at it. Like, he gonna go to the head of the monster. And so a lot of Scorpion, or the rap side of Scorpion, seemed to be very directed at Kanye. And so my favorite song, Mob Ties on Drake, where he say sick of these niggas. and I'm all about that song, because that song is how I feel about a lot of fake relationships and friends that I have because of what I can do. So I identified very well with that song. And I had just listened to and read the Jay Prince book. So I fuck with it. And I like the jabs. I like the hits at Kanye. Well, recently Kanye posted a screenshot of Drake's incredible looking tour show. And he said, sending good energy and love to Drake and family and crew. I haven't been to the show in person, but the images look incredible. I understand where the confusion started. The confusion being where all this fucking information came from that Pusha had that no one else knew, and just started attacking Drake about. Kanye says, let me start by apologizing for stepping on your release dates in the first place. That was the Good Friday releases by Kanye and Good Music. We were building a bond and working on music together, including squashing the issues with Cudi at our office. When I put the dates up, I was a bit ramped up by doing 25 tweets a day. The TMZ happened shortly after. I have to hop on a plane and da da da. It says he talk about the song that Drake wrote for him for that. Because apparently Drake doesn't write, but he wrote that song apparently. Since we were building friends, brother, I should have spoken to Pusha about the Quentin Miller bar. There should have been no songs with my involvement that had any negativity towards you. And he also talked about never listened to either diss track that followed, but I did hear quotes from both songs after they released, the ones from Pusha. I did not have any conversations about your child with Pusha. I don't play with the idea of people's children after I spoke to Wiz a few years earlier. This is all Jedi level. I will be coming to your show next week in the next 7 days to give you blah, 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 arts and credit. So basically Kanye apologizing. The thing about it is, I don't understand how Drake or Kanye heard damn near everything on everybody's album from fucking Good Music, doing the Good Friday releases, and just happened to miss and didn't hear. And he mixed them and made the beats and just happened to not hear any of the disses towards Drake. And I can understand if Drake, the only person in that camp who knew about the kid was Kanye. How did anyone else find out? He should have talked about the Quentin Miller bar. That was the hottest fucking song on Pusha's album from Good Music, the Good Friday release. So how did you not miss? Like, it's like he missed everything that happened. I don't see Drake fucking with it, man. And I hope Drake sticks to the guns, man. Like he said on the Mob Ties shit. You can miss with all that lovey-dovey shit. I'm your brother shit. All that other shit. It's too late for all that. I like that. That's my shit. So I hope he stick to it. Because that's what snake people do. They do. You know what's funny? I'm gonna go ahead and talk about this then shit. Now I'm thinking about it, like, that's what snake people do. They do the apologies. They do all that in the front, the shit that you're supposed to do. But it don't take away that you did the careless shit from the beginning. The careless shit from the beginning. Repetitively. And you knew it was careless and fucked up shit then. When it was addressed, you knew it was then. In this case, look at all the time that goes by. Since the Pusha. Because Pusha was one of the first releases. And Drake came out about a month ago now. You see how crazy that shit was and how fucked up everything was good, other than Tiana was. It's too late for all that. Because you had the chance. You had plenty of opportunity to get in front of the fucking mess that you caused. And I've had people do that. They do really fucked up shit. And I can be cool. And I'll be cool. And I sit back. But I'm one of the people like, I don't, it's not that I forgive. I just kind of like let this shit go. And I keep going. I keep moving. I don't really dwell in it. I'm a very petty person, so I will continue to talk shit. I will continue to kind of do little petty things, but I don't forget. Even if I chat with you, I don't forget because I know you don't forget. When people fuck up, they don't forget they fucked up. And if they do forget, that means that they don't even value acknowledging the shit that they did. And that's how I treat a lot of things. Like, okay, cool. Like, you can either say something or not say something. How I react ain't got shit to do with it. How I respond to it ain't got shit to do with it. Is if will you stand up behind your own shit and say I fucked up? If you can't do that, it don't matter. Like I'll key with you a little bit, but you don't get to get that close to the situation. It ain't that many people as close to me, like throughout all the shit that I do. So I get it. So that's why I hope like Drake stick to them guns. Like, yeah, you can apologize. That's cool, and they could dab it up and everything, but like, keep the pressure, stay on the neck, keep the separation. Be petty, fuck it. Like, can't nobody, you know what I mean? Shit, fuck that nigga. Like, he already out there wilding on some other shit. And granted, Kanye is great for those, one of the greatest artists in hip hop history, probably all time. But when it comes to the beef shit, that's what I look. Hey, speaking of beef, Eminem, Joe Budden. Say, hold on, let me get my mic together. Say, Eminem, Joe Budden. So here's the thing, though. Here's my shit. I look at it all as strategic. I don't even look at it not on Eminem. Eminem gave Budden a couple bars. It wasn't even nothing that crazy. It was basically just addressing him as his media self, right? And then, of course, Joe Budden, one of the hottest things that's going right now in terms of creative media in hip hop, in rap and hip hop, in this space, urban environment space. He's like one of the hottest that's doing this shit right now. Most of it is because he's not doing it as like he's right on the line between being the professional and being the ex-rapper or whatever. So it's brilliant to me the way I look at it, because I look at Joe as, when he responds to that, he knows everyone's watching. He knows everyone that he just announced the deal. And one of the remarks he made was, talk to me after, give me a verse when it don't come with an album rollout. And see, the thing about dissing with an album rollout, yeah, it gives you attention. Like with Drake and Pusha, he stopped. And now he forces you to have to go listen to the album to see how he responds, which is marketing. In the end of the day, it can be for real, it can be for fake, but either way, if this response is more valuable in this space, then let's do it in the space. Let's not do it outside the space, because then we just throwing shit at the wall. We missing a target. This is not valuable, essentially. But interesting enough, Joe Budden says what he says, not outside of his platform, not on Twitter, not on Instagram, not on Facebook, not a random Insta story or Snapchat story. He says it on his platform. He did the exact same thing Eminem did, was leverage the controversy to value. That's the exact same thing. So he says, give it to me after the album, because after the album, it's reignited. So let's just say after the rollout is about a month and a half. So let's give it about December. Well, shit, if any of his shows ain't doing well, or even if they are continue to do what they're doing, Eminem responds then, that's a reignitement. That's going to give Eminem some back sales. Because here's the thing about the streaming game is The reason why the streaming game works so well is interest. The fact that you can make me money off of interest. Before, if I said something on an album or whatever it is, you would have to go buy the album or wait for someone to let you hear it. Off of general interest, you make me money. Because every time you click that button, every time you let it run, I don't give a fuck how many times you let it run. How many people you let hear go, ooh, you hear such and such this. Here, I'll play it for you. Boom, that's another one. And then another one and another one off of interest. You don't even have to like the music. You don't have to like Lil Pump. You don't have to like XXXTentacion. You don't have to like Tekashi. You don't have to like any of these people. The fact that you found enough interest to find out about them, boom, makes me money. It counts. And that was what's interesting about it. To say, don't do it with an album rollout. And then he does it on a show rollout or on his show. It's interest. He was number one. The amount of it's a stimulus package. Machine Gun Kelly. No one checks for Machine Gun Kelly. He disses Eminem. Boom. Your interest is profit. That's the amazing thing about streaming right now. That is a dope. That's a great loophole to have as an artist. Is interest. 6ix9ine, a lot of 6ix9ine's numbers may not necessarily be because people fuck with the music. It's because they want to say, well, who the fuck is this 6ix9ine kid? As soon as you play it, boom, I hate this shit. Boom, I hate this shit. Boom, I hate this shit. And every single time you go listen to it or you let someone hear this goofy kid, you just made them money. The streaming game is a whole fucking beast in itself. So what Joe Budden said is genius to me because he knows the weight and value of that response. He's too smart to not know the weight and value of that response. He does too many creative things. I listen to the show, so I know he's a fan of Eminem. I know when he says Eminem hasn't or that he's better than Eminem and he's been better than Eminem in the last 10 years. If I give you, let me look this shit up. The thing about saying that, it's very smart. It's a very particular statement to say I've been better than you the last 10 years, or even more relevant than Eminem. I forget the direct quote, but even to say he's been more relevant or whatever in the last 10 years. Let me give you, the year is 2018 right now. Here, let me go to here, let's get to it this way. Let's go to the discography of Eminem. So last 10 years is 2018. So 2008, Eminem has gave us Relapse, Recovery, the Marshall Mathers LP 2, Revival, and Kamikaze. You have to say 10 years because in 2000 he gave us the Marshall Mathers LP, the best Eminem album ever. And then the Eminem Show in 2002. That's beyond that 10-year mark. Joe Budden has gave us a lot of great content and great music during the mood music era. And that's within the last 10 years. Eminem has given us shit, essentially, in the last 10 years. And I say shit, I just mean his low worth of work as he's gone into sobriety up until Kamikaze. And Revival was pretty good, but it wasn't my cup of tea. But up until Kamikaze, where you got this unanimous, like, yo, this is a good album. And here's the interesting thing about it to me as well is that media is doing something interesting as well to Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj gave us a dope album, but there's a lot of slander on Nicki Minaj for whatever reason, and maybe she deserves it. But that's a good album that she gave us. And yet media is killing it. And that's why alternate media is important. Podcasts, anything that's not mainstream, because that's a very influential thing that they can do with their platform. Like, that is a very influential thing they can do with their platform. I'm seeing the same thing with Eminem. A lot of media is dissing this album, and it's a good album. It's better than the last several albums he's given us. And they're like they're really shitting on it because he shitted on them. Essentially, he shitted on media. There's a lot of like conversation about him using the word faggot, and he just used it one time, and then it was blurred. But there's a lot of like he's better than to use that. You don't even know that he said it. It's he could have said something different and decided to scribble it just for the context. The fact that you don't hear the word being said, but you know the rhyme scheme should lead to that word, nothing happened there. And you want to call for something, but nothing really happened there. Over one word of a whole album, you rather diss the whole album. We don't want to be that sensitive, but this is what media, this is the power of media. Traditional media. Is they can do that. And they can make you think something was far worse than what it was. Because they have a standard. They have credibility. But that's also a problem because the reputation of credibility lets you think that it's non-objective. And in his album, he was really destroying these critics and people who said whatever they said. That's how Joe Budden got into this. Academics and all these people get into this situation. And I'm pretty sure he knew that they would listen to that. Because here's the thing, the most effective thing that they could do is not review the album at all. Take him completely off the radar. But they do the same thing. They play the same game. Review the album, trash the album, people read it. Complex said this. The Guardian said this. All the different sites said this. Clicks, views, watches. Just like streams. You showing up to that site is money, period. Every single time. It don't matter if you agree with it or not. It don't matter if you like what you saw or not. It don't matter if it was good content or bad content. It don't matter that the whole page is blank. The fact that you landed on that page is money to them every single fucking time. They play the same game. That's the danger of that fucking media. That's why alternate media matters. People like myself, people with podcasts, people with platforms, being able to say, no, this is a non-objective. I'm not in anyone's pocket or nothing. I don't benefit at all from what I'm saying. This is what I fucking feel. There's no advertisers. There's none of that. And I think that is what makes all this interesting to me right now. Because you have people shitting on probably one of the greatest rappers ever. Because he shitted on them. Nicki Minaj, being a woman, she's her situation is more fragile. So when they go at her, there's some misogynistic tendency there, but there's also this desire to watch a woman go berserk. Because they can influence that. They would never do that to a male. I have not seen it. Because a lot of other males act out like that. You can't give the Eminem album a 5 and give Future an 8. That doesn't make sense. Because the standard is against himself. It's either the standard is going to be against his last piece of work or the current climate. Current climate, it's a good album. His last piece of work, it's a good album. So anything less than that means that there's something else there. There's an agenda base there. You have to watch that kind of shit. So, recap the club, button up this whole Joe Budden shit. I don't think it's real. I don't believe in it at all. I think it's promotion. I think it just goes with the because Joe is good at that. Like I could argue with I agree with people and argue with people and disagree with people all the time and not necessarily mean what I said. And I listened to his show, so I know he really reveres Eminem. What? Hold on. Let's see. I'm getting a text right now. My insurance sucks bad only today. Huh. I don't know what that means. That's their parent. That's a parent in text, so we're not gonna take that out. That's why I can't never really turn my phone off while I'm doing my show, because I gotta pay attention. What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? All right, shout out to Jessica Middleton. Got her fight coming up. She busting motherfuckers' heads up all the goddamn time. Yeah, so yeah, I don't believe in it. It's not real. Don't let people make you think it is. No matter what it said. Smoke and mirrors. This game is smoke and mirrors all the time. And I know that because I've made shows. I keep making shows. I've been a part of shows. I'm behind the scenes situations. Don't believe that shit. And here's the other thing. Everyone's talking about Eminem needs to respond to Joe now. No. Remember, Drake had 48 hours and Meek had all. No. Joe needs, if it's gonna be that, Joe needs to go rap. You don't get away with making a statement. Remember, Drake had a fucking written statement and press release, and no, that wasn't good enough. So Joe can't go on his platform and yell and say, "Oh, that was good enough." No, we keep the standard the same. You want to rap with him? I want to see the ball. I want to see the challenge, and that's why I know Joe is smart. Like, he knows people wants to see that. So let's extend it out. Let's make it mean something. It's just like doing this. I can tell you my opinion on everything that I'm talking about want to talk about right now, but I have to kind of massage it and get it out there and provide context and let it build, and then eventually tell you what I think. Like a movie. You know, the bad guy can't just go over there and shoot, or the good guy can't go shoot the bad guy or go arrest the bad guy. There has to be some dialogue and conversation to create emotion, investment, intention. And that's what's happening. They know how to find each other. He says fucking Eminem don't say shit. He's a great rapper. I listened to the album. He said a lot. He said a whole bunch. Hey, if you're gonna be mad, you can't be mad at Eminem and say he don't say shit, and then turn around and be like, "Oh, Migos be saying whatever," and Ray Shremmerd and whoever is considered elite in that fucking era. Like, no, you're weighting him against some of the best. Black Thoughts, Eminems, Royce the 5'9", the Jay-Z's, the Buttons. Come on. It's about the bars, not the conversation when it comes to something like this. So anyway, let's see. We about almost ready to wrap this motherfucker up. Let's do this one. Damn, I don't know. I had a conversation earlier. I don't know if I want to do that or the. Hey, shout out, not shout outs, but like incident in Dallas this morning. Police officer. This is almost funny news to me, even if it wasn't so tragic. Police officer Police officer ended a shift, going home, goes into the house and accidentally kills a man. Oh, because it wasn't her home. Walked into a house that she supposed, or home that she supposed was hers, and shot and killed a man for being in her home, to only find out not her home. So here's the thing. Let's go ahead and get the narrative out the way. It was a cop off duty. She's white, that we learned. I posted the press conference on the I'm Kind of Famous Facebook podcast site or page. She was white. She was a cop. The kid was black, unarmed, 20-something years old, 26 years old, some shit like that. I should probably say his name because, you know, that's the whole thing. Make sure you say his name. It's not mocking, but that's just kind of. Actually, I'm mocking the people who get so fucking protesty about shit. But I'm gonna find his name. But yeah. So that's the thing. You know the narrative. Cop kills black person, unarmed black person at that. So that's not my shit, man. That's not my shit at all, to keep it a buck. Like, look, it's really just a dumb person. It's a dumb motherfucker shot somebody. who made a stupid ass decision. Here's the thing. This is my shit on it. Is I don't know how you hold on, here's his name right here. Let's shit, it wasn't his name. I'm gonna hit the link. Hopefully nothing start. Let me hit mute on the fucking computer. Here's the shit. Is when you Botham, the kid, rest in peace, Botham Shem Jean. That's the kid's name that got shot this morning, but Friday morning. But this is my shit. When you walk, okay, so first let's just examine it. You put the key in the door, and for some reason the door don't turn. All right, cool. You still hit the handle like, oh, maybe I didn't lock it. And you walk in. Now here's the other part. Now let's say you walk in. At what point do you recognize that this not your crib? At what point, like when I walk in the house every day without even looking, I can tell you, I open the door and I see my wall of posters, movie posters and shit that I did. I see it. I know it's my crib. I got a painting on the wall. I know it's my crib. And if at any point I walk in and I don't see that, I look around and go, oh shit, I gotta look back at the motherfucking door. Is this even my spot? You know, like it's so recognizable that when you look around, I just know this is my crib. I would look around and go, hold on, this ain't my shit. How in the fuck did okay, so she walks in. Clearly the key couldn't have worked. The key just couldn't have worked. So she says, I'm just gonna walk in anyway. So she walks in to a home that ain't her decor. And some kids, so we don't know the details, so I'm making this up. So then the dude is like, probably, he said, what the fuck is going on or whatever. And at that point, she pulls out the gun, shoots and kill him. That's what is, and then looks around and go, oh my God, this ain't my house. I don't know how long it takes before you recognize you ain't in your crib. Let's try it again. Because it has to happen that fast. It has to. There's no other way. It has to happen that fucking fast. What the fuck? It has to. Because otherwise that means she walked in, the dude come from the back. I'm assuming he came from, man, he could have been on the couch. What the fuck? Me, even if I had a gun, I would have to go, the fuck? Look around and go, oh shit, my bad. I thought this was my crib. I don't even know how far out from her crib she was. Was she a few doors down? Was she across the hallway, the next door, whatever? Like, even if it was the next door across the way, you don't know that that's your fucking neighbor? I don't fuck with my neighbors, but I know what my neighbors look like. Kinda. But at no point, if I was even accidentally walking there and I see the wrong, like, cause it's so hard to fathom. It's so hard to fathom because you just know your place when you walk in. I've been to Carla's place a few times. If I walk in, actually at this point, everybody, Caveman's house. He been doing some remodeling, but I tell you this, I could walk inside, I could open his door right now and tell you exactly what I'm supposed to see. That's how that shit should work. How the fuck did she walk into a house or a home or whatever the fuck it was that wasn't hers, kill a man before she recognized that she wasn't in her crib? Everybody crib would have to be built exactly the same in a threshold or their foyer to walk in and then shot somebody. I almost feel like she had to be drunk, intoxicated. Some had to be wrong. Not wrong, but like, you know what I mean? It's like some had to be, well, come on now. What the fuck? Like, I can't, it's no scenario I can make other than she walked in, was like, who the fuck? And that was it. It's the only thing I can imagine. And so, young kid, Botham Shem Jean was shot. Now, before recording, I watched the press conference, and the Dallas police chief said that it went from kind of basically like a cop incident, like shit on the street, to being a charge of manslaughter, and they will be serving that warrant to her, white woman that was a cop off duty at that time, after shift. So basically off duty at that time, killed the kid. So, shout out to the Dallas Police Department for handling that very swift and quickly. Because, there's always these things about police violence and things like that. This, to me, isn't one of them. This is just an idiot with a gun made an idiotic decision, reacting before thinking. And that's how I look at it. I'm not going to blame police officers for this. The only blame that this police officer gets for having a firearm on them, that could be anybody that walked in with a firearm. That could be any idiot with a firearm on their hip that walked in and overreacted to a situation. Now, granted, police have very tough situations, and they live a very, instinctive life. But this is your home. This is your home. You mistakenly walked into the wrong home. You mistakenly walked into the wrong home and did not recognize that you were in the wrong home. So I am hoping that it is exactly what it is. Because that means that this kid may have been some sort of situation that she was taking care of, quote unquote, and was going to use this as an accident alibi. There was some beef between her and this kid. There was some commotion that happened that involved this kid. And this was a premeditated situation that you were getting involved in and was using the excuse of walking into the wrong home, being startled, and killing someone by accident. So let's hope it happened the way it happened. Otherwise, I will be back on here and I'll be like, yo, shit's fucked up. Police be on that bullshit. So we'll see. We'll hope it went down that way. But she is 100% guilty. Manslaughter it means that it's not premeditated. It was an accident. So let's hope it was an accident. All right. So let's see. Damn, laptop about to die. Let's see. How much time we been doing this? Let me see. I got a little bit of time to do this. We'll do this. Let me cue up the song that gotta be ready though. Let me cue up the sound. Cause we gonna keep up the trend. We're gonna keep up with the new exclusive joint. I got a fresh new record that just came out recently. So we gonna now I'll say, I was talking to a motherfucker that told me they was done dating female, of course. I was done dating. But what was it? Oh, it was like they always end up like finding the worst dudes or give a lot of hope into some old fuck nigga, blah blah blah. Typical shit motherfuckers. But the shit that give me, man, is like they always want to like, I'm gonna take my time, find this and do this. I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for that, bro. Look. You ain't ever gonna be ready, and you always gonna waste time. Like she was like she be busy, too busy to do this, too busy. Like everyone's busy. We're always caught up on busy shit, and this is shit that kills me with dating today. They're trying to date under old rules. The rules not the same anymore. Back then they could go, you know what? I'm going to take my time. I'm going to do this. I'm going to find a guy that's that, a girl that's that. Taking my time don't work no more. Back then it did because there wasn't all this shit going on. But now people work 7 days a week. You know what I mean? They work a 9 to 5, clock out, and working on some more shit. You have to fit things into a schedule. People don't leave work and be done with work. Some do, but not a lot. And so you kind of almost have to make shit work if you want it to work. If you want to know more about this person, you want to deal more with this person, you have to fucking do a little bit more than just, I'm going to take it slow. If you want to go fucking date somebody, go date that person. You want to go out with them, go out with them. You want to have sex with them, have sex with them. In the end of the day, as an adult, it's up to you. Like, any response that comes with that is you. Like, it's nothing else. It's not this big of a fucking controversial situation. I never get caught up in how other people are thinking about what I'm doing. Now, I do live in a world of privacy, not secrecy, privacy, because I just value my privacy quite a bit. And you can continue to do that. I don't put a lot of my personal life out there. I don't put a lot of things in the world. Everybody getting their feels from time to time, so that does happen. But in general, like when people, like, it kills me, these rules. Like people rush into so much shit. I'm gonna go buy this. I'm gonna go to this vacation. I'm gonna go to this state. I'm gonna go take this trip. You just rush into so many shit, and then it comes to a relationship. Like, you know what? Let me just wait. Rush into a new dumb job. Rush into a different diet. Rush into a meal plan. Rush to go kick it at some club and do all this other bullshit. Then it come to date, and it's like, I'm gonna take my time. You can do that. You can do that, and that's fine. But you also can't blame a person for future disinterest. A person could legitimately fuck with you, and you don't know if they willing to wait for you to do whatever it is fuck you doing. If it's waiting, if it's whatever it is. Some motherfuckers are willing to ride with you on that journey to figuring out who you are. Some people not. That don't mean that they worse. That don't even mean they're a bad person. It just mean they wasn't, like, some people are not that patient to wait that long. They don't have that much shit going. And it's not an urgency thing. It's just a different world we live in. I got a partner on fucking the date apps and shit. He goes on plenty of dates. He's weeding these motherfuckers out. Some of the women want to escalate into something, some don't. Some want to just have sex. Some do just want to make them a boyfriend real quick. And all of it is just a different world we live in. It's just different. So you can't always lean on time, because time is a luxury a lot of people can't afford. Before, what's crazy is, like, motherfuckers are swerving you. Motherfuckers giving you the bullshit. Motherfuckers come up with plenty and every excuse not to do X, Y, and Z. They don't pull up. They don't want to go on a date. They late. They every fucking thing that prevents them from, growing with another person in a relationship or trusting somebody in a relationship. They do everything outside of that. And then be tripping because, he just wanted this, so he bounced. And then you find a person that you're willing to fuck with, and he's the bullshit or she's the bullshit. When you had that solid motherfucker in your corner rocking with you. Because you was too busy. Because it had all this shit going on. There really wasn't shit going on. Look, I'll tell you straight up. Because me and my niggas talk about this shit all the time. Motherfuckers be busy, right? But somehow can make time or find time to go bullshit at a club at 2 o'clock in the morning. Or go to some fancy restaurant and do all this shit with, whoever. Except the nigga who's investing time into them. And as I said, there's a lot of dudes who willing to be patient with you through that process and just be like, okay, well, once I gotta. And then there's some dudes just like, man, all right, I'm gonna ride this thing out. But after a while, it's only gonna be about a mission. Don't let a dude don't let your fickle behavior make a dude make you a mission. Cause that's really what is essentially is happening. In the whole quest of I'm gonna take my time, I'm gonna be patient, I'm not ready, and all these things. Like that's cool. But don't become a mission for a dude. Or just be flat out. Like, honestly, motherfuckers don't keep it a buck. For real, for real. I don't keep it a buck. Just say, look, man, like this is really what I want out of things right now. I don't know, man. You might not even say that shit because motherfuckers be fucking their whole shit up on overthinking, distrust. Man, look, if a dude fucking with you, he fucking with you. He is who the fuck he, you know what I mean? A lot of motherfuckers is who they are when they say that. They just look like shit later because they got tired of being patient. A nigga fuck with you, he fuck with you. For real. When he in your line, in your box and all this kind of shit, he fuck with you. 110. All the distrust that all these other niggas brought, yeah, we get that. That's a baggage that we gotta fucking, you know what I mean, exist around. But like you can't hold that against them. You can't hold that against them. At some point you gotta say, you know what? Let me get back on this thing. Let me see what's out. What's up? You know, at the end of the day, it's your life that you live. It's your life that you live. Not the perception of others. That's not a life. Perception of others is not a life. Perception from others is not your life. Acceptance of others is not your life. Your life is your life. You fuck 17 dudes, fuck 17 chicks. That's your life. You date 10 niggas in a week or 10 women in a week. That's your life. It's a quest to happiness. You get around people that truly make you happy, you better keep them motherfuckers around you and not say, I'm not ready to be happy. Keep that shit up. Cause it ain't no amount of dates, fancy meals, clothes, trips, expenses, like that shit ain't enough. You just masking happiness at that point. Those are like parties. You know how the party make you feel good, then you leave the party and you're like, that was a alright little party. And then 3 days later, the party don't exist no more. Now you gotta find a new party. You know what happiness is? Happiness is fucking happy. That's just a wow. That's endless. That can fucking go. The feeling you get to be around someone that makes you happy, that's instantaneous. Going to a club, it takes some time that you want to fucking like, okay, I see what we doing here. I see, okay, I get it. All right, this is what we doing. Latin night. All right, fuck it. We doing Latin night. Let's see. Can I fuck with this Latin music? Can I, you know what I mean, get my little step on? But happiness, you with the right motherfucker that make you happy. Where you glow, you feel a little something every time that motherfucker around. You can walk into you can walk into any fucking thing and feel good. You can go into a McDonald's just as much as you could, to a Cheesecake Factory, to a Wolfgang's. And no matter what, you're going to always feel good because you're with the right company. You're with the right people. Invest into that shit. Stop bullshitting. Stop doing the bullshit. That's why you feel like your time is wasted. That's why you feel like time is, you know what I mean? Like you want to feel shit out because you're so not used to being happy around good people with energies and enigmatic situations. That everything that you do feels like the club. It's fleeting. It's here and it's gone. Because you're not spending that time with the right audience, the right people. Constantly chasing bullshit. Doing bullshit. If your friends and people not happy, guess what? They need to be around you. And they bringing you down. I remember this preacher one time, and I'm gonna end with this. There's a preacher one time who said this shit that I really fuck with. And he says, what was it, man? My mom used to watch this cat, and it's the intro of the show every single time. He would say, if you're not a better person as a result of being around me, then I need to get from around you. Because that means that I'm incapable of being an influence on you. So if I can't make you better, then you clearly are making me worse. And I've stood on that for so many years now. And I feel that way. I only around people that is either making me feel better or I'm helping get better. And I've been lucky that this has worked out. I stay around the people that I truly fuck with. Truly. Right now, around one of the best people in my life. Period. And it's showing how many people, it's crazy how many of my friends and people say, man, you just seem like you're in a good mood, better mood, blah, blah, blah. That's what it's about. Not no fucking, you got to trade your club situations, quote unquote club situations, for your happy situations. Create those, make those, do those. Anyway, new track. About to get the fuck out of here. Kinda Famous Pod, KINDA Famous Pod, POD.com. Hit subscribe, like, and all that shit. Go to the Facebook.com/Kinda Famous Pod. And also from the Ground Up website is somewhat up. GroundUpICT.com. Arrowfilms.com. Clean Ass People Collectors. And I think that's it. So anyway, this cat, Kyle Dion. Dude. This dude is ill. He has this song. The song I'm playing is called Spend It by Kyle Dion. He has several songs. I would recommend, if you're going to jump into the Kyle Dion, check out Pain and Sounds album. But he has this track called Brown that I really fucking love too. So check Kyle Dion out. Has a real soulful vibe. Great music. Sings into that falsetto and man, just really will get into you. Great music. Great instrumentation. But this track, Spend It, is a new record that I'm into right now. So let's go ahead and jump into that. Till then, what's this? Episode 60, what I say, 67? 69 coming up soon. It's gonna be a show that is exactly what you think it is. Till next time, tell your mama I said hi.
These bitches tryna be my back. Yeah, you know that. Diamond on my 2-3 racks. Yeah, you know that. My wrist looks like Yosemite. Yeah, you know that. Try to catch my drip. Yeah. Flying overseas first class. Yeah, you know that. With the whole team in my back. Yeah, you know that. My coat wet like the 70s. Gotta keep it clean, yeah. A nigga like me don't sweat. See niggas like me don't sweat. 'Cause on the side, we don't put no money aside. Everyone trying to get inside. Dollars falling down from the sky. So which one of y'all wanna spend it? I let you spend it. Which one of y'all wanna spend it? I let you spend it. Which one of y'all want? 20-piece pan winnings. Put a color on her feet. Double vision, I see cinnamon and ebony. Who nobody's? And we way deep. Oh yeah. When we leave, baby, pull up in the cream, baby. Hop off the top off the street, yeah. And we on the way to make a scene, yeah. They want me to sing, yeah. Ain't got time for that. I just hit them the gas. You know that we move fast. On the side, we don't put no money.
So, in light of you being kind of famous,
Why the hell I'm kinda famous? Who the hell she know?